Hey guys, it's Attacker72 here, and for today, I want to be talking about a bit of a review and also my first impressions on the latest release to the Nintendo Switch yesterday, the Kingdom Hearts games on the Nintendo Switch. It features all three installments featuring 1.5 plus 2.5 HD Remix, 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue, along with the third game and its Remind DLC. And don't get your hopes up and get excited for all this, because this is not what many fans were expecting for the Kingdom Hearts games coming to the Switch. When it was first announced that they'll be coming, it was confirmed that not only will they be coming to the Switch, they'll be coming as cloud versions. Now, you might be asking, what's the big deal about cloud versions, and why do many people hate it? Well, to be very frank about cloud versions, when other games like Resident Evil or Guardians of the Galaxy or maybe a few other games that on the Switch, maybe that's really because that they can't really handle the Switch's hardware and all, because who knows what would happen if an actual PlayStation game gets on the Switch. And yeah, I know, there were some PlayStation games that were on the Switch before, but with games like Hitman 3 and a few other ones, I don't think they can handle it very well, which means they have to relegate to cloud versions. And when cloud versions exist, that means you have to rely solely on your internet connection. The Kingdom Hearts games are now are pretty much getting that treatment, and I mean all three of these games, which I have to say, this is not what many fans were expecting. Now, a month ago on January, Square and Disney decided to give us free demos for all three of these games. I played all of them, and I have to say, I did state it when I first tried the demos out, is that there were some stuttering problems, some weird audio issues, and some freeze frames on a few moments right there. So all I can say is that the demos were not really too great, and plus they were very limited. They were like 10 minutes long, and that really kind of means you don't get to experience the rest of it. But yesterday they now fully released all three of these games, and I did pre-order 1.5 and 2.5 last month and all. I have yet to get 2.8 and 3 though, but I do want to talk about my first impressions and sort of like a small review on what I think about it. So what do I think about the full release of the Kingdom Hearts Cloud version games overall? Well, when I tried 1.5 and 2.5, now, like I said, cloud version solely relies on your internet and Wi-Fi connection. So, I checked my Wi-Fi just in case, and I have to say, when I first played the first Kingdom Hearts game, all I can say is that it was running very smoothly most of the time. And I say most because I know there were some moments of the game where there were some stuttering and a bit of audio mixing and all, and some stutter and some audio problems and a bit of freeze frames there. Yeah, it mostly performs well in my part for many. But for many players out there, I don't think it's the same, which is really one of the biggest reasons of why Kingdom Hearts on the cloud versions is such a problem. When they first announced this, I was just kind of being a little too hopeful to see if they could properly make the cloud versions a little enjoyable. When they released the demos, I was kind of, losing my hopes there, but then I wanted to give it a bit of another chance. And then when they released it fully on the Nintendo Switch yesterday, I was like, okay, it's performing well mostly, but I feel like I have my doubts at that point. So yeah, that's all I have to say about it. All I can say is this: the Kingdom Hearts games does not really deserve the treatment whatsoever when it comes to cloud versions. Like, the real problem when you see these games is that 1.5 and 2.5, including 2.8 and Dream Drop Distance, were ported as cloud versions. Kingdom Hearts 3 and .02 from the fragmentary message, I can definitely understand them getting cloud versions since I think Kingdom Hearts 3 can't really handle the Nintendo Switch well, since they all have to be on a smooth 60 FPS and such, and I can understand that. But I'm pretty sure 1.5 and 2.5 can handle the games very well, especially Dream Drop Distance. I've seen Dream Drop Distance on 3DS, and it performs very well with no issues. So how come these games were getting the cloud versions? And better yet, how come Doom Eternal, Witcher 3, Assassin's Creed, and even recently No Man's Sky getting the whole native ports on the Switch, yet the Kingdom Hearts series, and I mean all three of them, get the cloud version? versions. This is kind of mostly on Square and Disney, and sometime and maybe some on Nintendo, but mostly again on Square and Disney. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the Kingdom Hearts series. I even love Square and Nintendo and Disney. I even love the Nintendo Switch. I just love everything. But the decision they've made for the Kingdom Hearts series really makes no sense. I guess, again, I kind of get it since it was sort of a way to release it on time prior to the 20th anniversary of the Kingdom Hearts series, but I feel like they shouldn't rush on making these games to the Switch. Like, they managed to get Melody of Memories on the Switch a couple years back, so how come these 3 games only get the cloud versions, yet Melody of Memories and a few other games are getting the native port? So that's just one of the biggest issues about it. And really, like I said, audio issues, stuttering problems, but it performs very well so far. But if you guys want to buy this game as a first-time player experience, I highly recommend not doing that and just, I don't know, buy an Xbox or a PlayStation, or maybe buy it on your PC. Like, 1.5 and 2.5 were, available natively on the Xbox store, so I don't understand how that is exactly. Or you can just buy the all-in-one package of Kingdom Hearts games on the PlayStation and all. It's really that simple. But to be very clear, in my defense, I bought this game because I just wanted to play Kingdom Hearts and, to add more games to my Switch library and all. I know it's kind of a stupid decision of mine, and I am slowly regretting it, but so far, like I said, it is performing it was performing well on my Switch mostly, and I say mostly for a reason and all. But yeah, the Kingdom Hearts series does not deserve to get the cloud treatment at all. I feel like 1.5 and 2.5 could have at least worked, but that's all I have to say about this for now. I'm still going to be continuing playing 1.5 and 2.5 for a while now, and to see if my internet connection can, be nice to me and all. But yeah, it's not really great so far. And, I'm going to say this right now, Square Enix, Disney, I know you're stronger than this. Like at least try to find a way to port all 3 of these games natively. I feel like they can find a way to port Kingdom Hearts 3 on the Switch at some point. They just have to find a way. But for now, we'll just have to rely on these cloud versions. Well, I wouldn't say rely now, given the situation, but that's all I have to say for my first impressions on the Kingdom Hearts cloud version games. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about this. I feel very bad for the fans who wanted to try this out for the first time, and to be very clear, just don't buy it, and that's all I had to say for now. But with that, just let me know all your opinions down below about this. And so in that, leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more videos, follow my Twitter, and if you guys do not want to subscribe, then that's completely fine by me. And remember this, once a legend, always a legend. Like a Hellcat.